Hello everyone. So this is our second lecture of this chapter, principal stress strain chapter, and in the previous lecture of this chapter we have studied the case 1 and the different terms related to this chapter like principal plane, principal stress, normal stress and shear stress, and about our case 1. In the case 1 we have given one member and that is subjected to one uniaxial stress sigma x, and the it have to find out your normal stress and tangential stress or shear stress and the resultant stress. Okay, so after that we have solved one numerical related to our case 1. Now in this lecture we will move for case 2. So in case 2, it is given that in this diagram it is quite clear the member is subjected to the principal stress sigma 1 and sigma 2, means this is biaxial stress. In the previous case it is called uniaxial, means only one stress is given sigma x. In the opposite direction, in the perpendicular direction there are no stress, but in this case there are two stress, one sigma 1 and one is sigma 2, that is the major principal stress and minor principal stress. So in this case sigma 1 is given, you can write major principal stress, that is sigma 1, here the given, and minor principal stress, that is sigma 2. Okay, so sigma 1 and sigma 2 are given major and minor principal stress. Okay, so here it is very clear. So in this case you have to find out the normal stress and shear stress of a plane A dash, which is at an angle theta to the vertical plane. Okay, so in this case you have to find out, you have to use the same thing, the formula. You can find out the normal stress in both the direction, that is sigma n and sigma n dash, and you have to find out your shear stress. That's it. This much formula is required. So how to find out? First, normal stress sigma n. So this can be found out by using a formula sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. Okay, so this is sigma n dash, that also same, only the sign will change, here will minus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. Okay, so in this case you can find out by using this formula the normal stress, and now how to find out shear stress, that can be find out sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into sin 2 theta. This is shear stress, that is denoted by tau. Okay, so this is all about your case 2, but in this case some special case exists. Okay, 1-2 problem you may find out some question like, so I am running this. To find out the maximum shear stress, tau max. How to find out maximum shear stress? Here you can see here maximum can be find out. These are the value related to our given data, but theta value we can assume that that theta value. So this value will be maximum, that may be plus 1 or minus 1. You know already sin theta value maximum will be 1 plus 1. Okay, that is maximum value. So generally sin 90 is 1, yes or no? Sin 0 is 0, sin 91 is 1. So theta should be our 45 degree. So that sin 90 will be 1 and sin 270 also 1. So it can be also 135 degree. Okay. So tau maximum case, to get tau maximum, your sin 2 theta value should be plus or minus 1. So for that condition, the theta value should be 45 degree or 135 degree. Okay, 45 degree or 135 degree. Okay, so put that value here. So you can find out tau max equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. If you are taking mod, then no need to mention your minus sign. So this will be your sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. This is your maximum shear stress value. Okay, because sin theta is already become 1. So if someone will tell to find out the normal stress on the plane of where maximum stress occurs, means when theta is 45 degree. So how to find out the maximum, the normal stress at theta equal to 45 degree. How to find out? Just put theta equal to 45. So sigma n become sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 90. Cos 90 is, you already know, that is 0. So this will become sigma n equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. Clear? So these two are special case. This is 1 and this is 2. It is special case 1, special case 2. Here I am summarizing the case 2. In the case 2, if in the problem it is given the principal stress principal, that may measure or minor principal stress, 2 value will be given, the maximum will be measured, minor will be a lesser value, sigma 2, and you have to find out the normal stress here, sigma and sigma index can be found out by using the formula. Theta value will be given, sigma 1, sigma 2 will be given. Just put the values and get the answer. And shear stress. Shear stress can be found out by using this formula. If someone will tell to find the maximum shear stress, then put this formula sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. If someone will tell to find out the normal stress at theta equal to 45 or maximum shear stress plane, means maximum shear stress occur at theta equal to 45 degree. Yes or no? At theta 45 degree, maximum shear stress will occur. Maximum shear stress. Okay, that is tau max. So here theta will 45 degree. Now sigma n equal to, if you will put that value here, it will be cos 90, that's 0. So this value will become sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. So these are the 5 formulas you have to remember for case 2. These formulas are very much similar. It is much easier to remember. So I want to solve a problem related to our case 2. Okay, this is the problem related to our case 2. For the case 2, it is given, principal stress will be given, you have to find out your normal stress, shear stress and resultant stress. Okay, so I will do the first the diagram. Suppose this is the body and it is acted upon the principal stress 100 megapascal and 75 megapascal. Okay, so this value are given. It is major principal stress 100. Here it is minor principal stress. So I am denoting as sigma 1 here, here sigma 2, and you have to find out your normal stress, shear stress and resultant stress. So just put the formula. First I will calculate, write down the given data, that is sigma 1 is given 100 megapascal, sigma 2 is given 75 megapascal, and theta value is given, that is 60 degree. So this value is 60 degree. Okay, so this is 60 degree. Theta, just put the value sigma n, suppose sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. Put the values only, that is 100 plus 75 by 2 plus 100 minus 75 by 2 into cos 120. Whatever the value will come, that will be your answer. So it is coming around 81.25 megapascal. Okay, so now this is sigma 1, sigma n normal stress. There are two normal stresses. You can see the diagram in the previous theory. In this direction sigma n, in the perpendicular direction sigma n dash. So find out sigma n dash, same formula, just a minus sign. Sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 minus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. This is the formula. Put the values, 100 plus 75 by 2 minus 100 minus 75 by 2 cos 2 theta. So this, just put the value, cos 2 theta means cos 120, because theta is 60 degree. So this is coming around 10.82 megapascal. Okay, so now you have to find out your shear stress, that only remaining part. So I am just roughing it. So now shear stress, just put the formula. That is tau equal to minus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 sin 2 theta. Put all the values. Minus sigma 1 means 100, 75 by 2 sin 120. Okay, so after putting this value, this is coming around 10.82 megapascal. Clear? Now the resultant stress can be found out. The formula you already know. Here I am finding out. The resultant stress can be found out at the normal stress square plus shear stress square root of. This formula you already studied in the case 1. Put that formula, sigma n 81.25 square plus shear stress 10.82 square. So whatever the value will come, that will give you the resultant stress. This is coming around 81.96 megapascal. That is resultant stress. Okay, so this is the problem. Hope this is clear to everyone, because in this problem we have calculated our normal stress. First just use the formula, then shear stress after using the formula, and resultant stress by using the formula. This chapter is much more easier than the other chapter of strength of material, because this chapter only contains some formula. So in the numericals, generally 5 to 7 mark problem will come. So only you have to find out the given data and you have to remember the formula. Just put the values in the formula and get the answer. This is much easier chapter and mark scoring chapter. Okay, so focus on this chapter, I suggest, more precisely. If any doubt, you can ask me. So in the next class, we will study about our case 3. Thank you.